So here's another crazy one. Oh my God, this one's so crazy. This is a 60-year-old woman. This is a 60-year-old woman who's been put into one of those storage containers that you could buy at Home Depot, I think. Was it 3 foot by 2 foot? This is a 60-year-old woman, and she has spinal cord damage, and she says that she's been paralyzed and that he stabbed her in the arm. Apparently, he was going to give her a ride or something, and for a day they were like eating dinner and stuff, and everything was cool, but apparently he thought that she was a rat. This is so crazy. The whole damn thing is crazy, because even when the police eventually find her, they don't just pull her out. Yeah, I know you got to be careful, but it's almost like, I know you're folded up like a damn pretzel, but we're going to wait another 10 minutes for the EMS to unfold you and get you out of there. It's like, do you not have empathy? What the hell's the matter with you all? Like, try to at least, pull her leg out or pull another leg out and maybe put it to the side or something. Like, what in the hell is the matter with people? Thank goodness the police were there. Thank goodness the police did their job and found the lady, because the woman's going to survive. And then even crazier, the guy who does this is going to get 16 years. 16 years. He's 31 years old, so he's going to get out when he's 47. 16 years. So this had happened in Ohio. I want to say Cleveland. So let's watch some of this video footage, because I already told you the end result, right? This is a 60-year-old woman. He's kidnapped this woman. Somebody had called 911 or called the police saying that they heard screams coming out of that house. And when the guy comes out, he tells the officers they need to get away from the house. Why? Because they're making it hot for him. He's actually a confidential informant. He works for the police. And since they're by the house, they're making it hot for him, and they need to leave. So take a look at this.
Ohio, when police get called to a spot that is about to get hot.
Bro, y'all can't be here like this.
Oh, look.
You can't be here like this, bro.
I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What?
You're making me hot.
What does that mean?
I'm about to come out.
All right, come on out.
All right.
You can't be out here, bro. So he's going to tell the police that they got to leave. And then I work for you all. I'm a confidential informant. The cops are actually going to leave this time. This is either earlier in the day or the day before. And then they're going to come later on at night. And then they're going to do a search. So thank God this woman lives. Thank God this woman lives.
Give me a few minutes to take a look.
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
My name's Officer Robles. That's Officer Obed. Just so you know, everything's recorded.
Listen,
Yes?
turn those cameras off, please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras off?
You have to give me a reason, and I can't.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay? Long story short, I work for you guys. Please get out here. You guys are blowing the spot up. Alright?
Who do you work for?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here,
Go home.
we have a call. Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're here, and then we'll leave. It could be nothing. I don't know. I don't know anything about you.
Alright, I'm just saying, y'all can't be here. Y'all making my spot hot. Alright?
I understand what he's saying, that by having police officers at the house, it makes it look like the cops are hot. So he's hot. There's something going on in this house. So I understand the verbiage that he's using, but It's like he thinks he's got the gift of gab. He thinks he's got like some sort of diplomatic immunity. Hey, excuse me, and then he comes out dressed like this. You know, somebody said that was the first crime, being dressed like, you know, goddamn Spider-Man, and then wearing sandals on top of that.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
You don't need to make sense to y'all. You hear me? So what I need y'all to do
Hey,
is
Sarge, can you come over to this address for a minute?
No, don't do that, bro. You're doing this.
31-year-old Delonte Edmund Geiger is suspected of having a woman tied up in his basement, but he's more worried about his side gig as a confidential informant getting him tied up in the neighborhood.
Okay, long story short, I need y'all to leave, make a phone call.
Well, we're not going to leave that quickly until the parents will.
There's nothing.
So we were told that a lady's tied up in the basement.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement.
Can we look?
No, but like,
why not?
Because I say so.
Is someone tied up down there?
No.
What's your name, buddy?
I can't.
You know, what is so incredible about wicked people, I don't even want to say impressed. I want to say, like, people just don't have a damn conscience. People just don't have a damn soul. The guy is guilty as sin. He's guilty as fuck. They caught him, you know, dressed as Red Spider-Man here. He's got a 60-year-old. He's got a 60-year-old in his house. And they straight up just asked him, do you have a woman tied up in the basement? No. Not in the basement. She's in a storage container on the front porch. Not in the basement. What do you mean in the basement? And then when eventually they're going to search him, he keeps turning the music up. And then eventually she says something. So could you imagine? I can't believe she's still alive after all this. And it's also kind of crazy. I don't know if she's still on the front porch right now, or if he had moved her, or if what the hell happened. But they're going to leave. They're actually going to leave after this. His gift of gab actually works the first time, and maybe it works the second time because he keeps saying he's a confidential informant. And then later on, when they arrest him, and he's, you know, behind, you know, he's wearing orange. He's wearing his orange jumpsuit in prison. He's still talking the same way. Kind of leveling with, you know, folks, but still kind of with that gift of gab confidence. And instead of saying he was a confidential informant, now he was saying that he was running guns and drugs for a police officer. So it's almost like, what are you talking about? This guy is Delonte Rishon. This is Cleveland, Ohio.
Tell you that, bro.
What do you mean we can't tell them?
Navan is a business travel booking platform that slashes your travel costs. With Navan, employees...
This your truck?
My dump truck, that's my company truck. That's right. That's in my... yeah, there's nothing going on with
Is it in your name?
No.
Then why don't you want to tell us who you are?
Is it in your name? Nope. That's my company truck. Is it in your name? No. That's incredible. He could have said, you know, enforced his constitutional rights. No, I don't want you to search my house because of the Fourth Amendment, right? You can't do any unreasonable search and seizures unless you have a warrant signed by oath or affirmation. But he doesn't say that. He just says, you can't search my house because I say so. Because I say so. Who are you? You don't know who I am? I am Delonte Rishon. That's who the hell I am.
I'm trying to tell you I'm a confidential informant. That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No,
bugging.
that's not all you have to say. Who told you that?
I can't say nothing else.
Well, if there's someone tied up in the basement, we got
There's
a problem.
nobody in the basement. I just what I
So
really,
why can't I look?
why do you
Because all that stuff that went on in the past with those three girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
what
and
three
look into
girls?
it.
What three girls?
Like Gina De Jesus,
I don't know them hoes.
all
Man,
that
y'all
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm
If
like,
we don't,
He don't know them hoes, he says. This is incredible. My God, this is so... I can't believe how wicked people could be. How so brazen they could be. Hey, you got a woman tied up in your basement? No. Well, I was being honest. She wasn't tied up in the basement. She was... I don't understand, you know, like how people are. I can't fathom just the extent of people's wickedness. Did you just steal that $2,000? I sure didn't. Was it over there? Let me see. I think it was over here. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Just fucking shit. You know, people are so wicked. They're so brazenly wicked. Ah.
Don't take this seriously. There's something going on.
I'm about to give you my social security number.
Oh yeah.
Here you go. Stop. Please don't do that.
We're not going in without you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
Do what?
Like
Not,
you,
not going in your
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Sergeant, please tell him not
Back
to
up.
do that.
He's not going.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my social security number.
Alright.
I want you to run it. Okay? My gonna come up clean. What's going on is you guys had a crackhead make a foster claim.
All right.
Okay?
Well, that's an answer.
That's it.
Well, then we still have to follow up on it.
There's nothing going on, sir.
All right, but do you understand our point?
I understand your point. You're
If
actually
we just walk away and somebody actually is there, what are we going to do?
well, that's what you guys are gonna have to do because I'm not letting you inside.
So
That's
you see where the problem lies?
No, there is no problem.
We don't just write, he said it's cool, and we leave.
Well, that's how it goes because if I
No,
don't let
that's
you in-
not.
So how you, what do you mean? Well, listen,
So they're not going to let this go.
no, listen.
So either today, tomorrow, the next day, in the next 5 minutes, you're going to continuously have these problems. And if we have to tell Detective Smith and say, hey, do you think this guy would have a girl tied up in his basement?
He's gonna say no.
Is he?
100%, bro. I just
He's
let-
willing to risk his career for all that?
You think I'm bullshit? Oh my gosh, you're gonna take a crackhead's word over Detective Smith's word, right?
I haven't spoken to Detective Smith.
Well, you're gonna talk to him. He's gonna let you know what's going on. I was down there for an hour with him yesterday.
Okay.
I just left my probation
But
officer.
why would somebody
Because
say?
they're crackheads.
But why would a
They're
crackhead
crackheads.
say that about
They're
you?
crackheads, but probably because they want more crack, bro.
Do you have crack?
No, I'm not gonna. Why would I say that? Why would you ask me that on camera?
I don't
Why
know.
would you do that to me?
Why would you do that to me? I mean, my God, the crap that is coming out of this guy's mouth. Why would you ever accuse me of doing crack? Why would you ask me that? You know, who do you think you are?
I know I don't have no crack.
It's my job. Well, why would the crackhead be here then?
This man is wild.
I'm not wild. I'm just
I am
asking
a
questions.
confidential informant.
What does that convey, though? The confidential informant usually has the policeman or officer or detective with them
No,
when they're working. That's kind of
I
how that
understand
works.
what you're saying, but what I am saying,
And then most confidential informants don't come screaming out the back door. I'm a confidential informant.
Hey husbands, Mother's Day is coming, and if you found the love of your life, get her this. It comes in a...
Informant, do they?
listen, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you guys know this. I want you guys to know what's going on in my backyard. Okay, this is what happened. This is what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, listen. I'm not doing nothing illegal, but I work for you guys.
That's what you said for the last 10 or 15
Okay.
minutes.
There's nothing going on. Please do your please do your homework and research.
I have no homework and I have no research.
Call Detective Smith.
And what's he going to tell me?
He's going to tell you that I am valid and everything is okay.
Okay, but is he going to tell me that there's not a girl tied up in your basement?
Of course, because he's never been
Okay,
in.
is he going to be for sure?
Yes.
How do I know?
So how does he know?
Yeah, how does he
He said
know?
he's never been here. How does he know there's not a girl tied up?
Well, so I guess you guys are going to take the crackhead's word off the mouth. Nobody knows.
Listen,
Hey, I want to thank Upside for
So
sponsoring this
he got
body
the
cam.
attention. He was
Upside
saying,
is
"All right,
a
I'm going to
free
explain
app
to you
that
what
gets
happened
cash
in the
back on daily
basement
essentials
or
like
in
gas,
the backyard."
groceries, and
And
dining.
even though
When I
he
pump
was
my
supposed
gas, I
to
can use
talk to
Upside.
the people in the
No
backyard,
cameras are allowed.
he was supposed to explain what happened in the backyard, and then he just diverts it and just says, "Talk to Detective Smith. You're going to take a crackhead's word over Detective Smith? And is there a Detective Smith?" Smith is a pretty general name. Detective Smith? Yeah, get a hold of Detective Smith. Talk to Detective Smith. He knows me.
I know, it was a loud music. I had to knock for a minute on the back. Sue.
You told us, man. Alright, let's go now. Okay.
Huh?
What's his name again?
Front door, sir. He just came to the front door.
Oh, did he?
Coming.
Don't see your office. Yes, you can, bro. Yes, you can.
I'm talking to your officers coming.
Talk to Detective Smith. I only want you. I only need you in my house, bro.
He's a senior guy. Trust me, we'll be fine.
Please, please.
You understand the safety issue of it, right? For a police officer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trust me.
Bro,
He's a senior
bro,
guy.
come on,
Brother,
brother.
got lighter. I got smoke. My
I
nerves
do,
are,
if you need it.
my nerves are really bad.
Let's get out of the ring. I gotta run.
Just stay here.
Well, I want to get out of here too. Trust me. I talked to Detective Smith, but hey, you mind if you're looking for
No, dude. There's too much
Just
going
roll
on.
this out.
Just no.
All right, stand outside. Leave this crack though in case you scream for
The basement is empty, but police aren't sold that's the end of this story.
Imagine experiencing boutique Israeli products directly from workshops in the Holy Land.
Right over.
See you, bro. Hey, I just got the phone. Okay.
Hey, did you talk to Detective Smith? He tell you what's going on?
Yes. All right. So I appreciate this. Here's a lighter before this.
Yeah.
You know my name. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people, same people, same people.
You will? I'm in the overtime now, man.
You gotta come through the back door, okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Right, well,
Sorry for not
still
letting you in
fairly
there, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay? All right, bro. Give me 5 seconds.
Meet me at the back door?
All y'all.
All right.
Says twice he asked for a lighter. You got a lighter? Hey, you got that lighter?
Hey, watch the front to see if someone will walk with us first. If that chick's in there, she might be leaving. Doesn't matter, right?
Because I'm working with Detective Smith.
Detective Smith, he's still working with Detective Smith, right? Now, I hope the heater's pretty loud here, but I'm just going to try to get some information, right? So, the man who kidnapped a 60-year-old woman, assaulted her, stuffed her into a small black tote, was sentenced to 16 to 20 years in prison on Thursday by Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas Judge Holly Gallagher. I will never be his victim because he is a victim of himself. I'm also not a survivor, but I live, and through that I continue to live. It's good. So this is the woman that was stuffed inside the tote. And, you know, it's good that she's all proud, but you were the victim. You were the victim. My God, you were the victim. Holy crap. He stabbed you. You're paralyzed. You need extra money. There's a GoFundMe. You're going to have extra hospitalization. This happened 2 years ago, too. This sentencing had happened November 30th, 2023. So this is old footage. And then carry on. This is Senior Delonte Edmund Geiger Sr. So that means there's another Delonte Edmund Geiger Jr. He pled guilty to charges of felonious assault, kidnapping, tampering with evidence, and having weapons under disability. But they dropped the murder charge in exchange for his plea. So he did get a damn fucking deal. He got a damn deal out of him. They said that he picked up the woman, gave her a ride to his home near West 97th Street in Henley Court. Once there, he physically assaulted her, stabbed her in the arm, zip-tied her hands, tortured her before placing her into a small plastic container. The victim was found by officers on May 2nd. How long did they say that it had happened? It doesn't say how long she was in there. While they were investigating a crime complaint, they found the woman stuffed and folded into a small black tote and moaning in pain on the porch. She was stabbed and beaten, taken to the medical center. What is just as chilling when we reviewed that body cam seconds before they were able to locate her, the defendant finally yelled out, "She's in the tote," nonchalantly. He at the time showed no remorse for what he had done for her condition. The woman told the court she was in a coma for 7 days and she's now paralyzed, relying on assistance just to live. So all that stuff about how she's not a victim and what are you talking about? I mean, it's good to be proud, but you don't want to deceive your damn self. I've never seen an offense like this while on the bench. I've seen hundreds of kidnappings, assaults, never anything this magnitude. You have 16 to 20 years to serve. That just seems like such a slap on the wrist. That is such a slap on the wrist. He messed that woman's, 60 years old is elderly, but she still had another 20 years to live if, having good health, care and good health and whatnot. So that's his. Is this your dump truck? Yeah, it's the company's. Is it in your name? No. No, it's not. Well, they're trying to find out the guy's name. Well, I don't have to give you that. No, I work for you guys. I work for you guys. You got to leave. Can you turn off your body camera? The shit that was coming out of his mouth was incredible. Here's another article where it's talking about, I don't know if there's any more information. He's taken into custody. They were alerted to the crime scene 3:30 p.m. May the 2nd. They allowed officers to search the basement of the home after a 30-minute delay. They returned to the home just after midnight on May 3rd, which is when Edmund Geiger allegedly admitted that there was someone on the porch stuffed inside a 3 feet by 3 feet tote, and then he was held on a $750,000 bond. Holy shit! Her family said she'll need some help. She was able to get out of a coma. She was in a coma. The woman is a fighter. Despite the torture she endured, he didn't win because I'm still alive. So she's right about that. Now we've, got the guy. He's behind bars, right? He's in his orange jumpsuit. I mean, that looks like just as good of a sweater as he was wearing that red sweater in sweatpants, and now he's got this orange, jumpsuit on.
I get him 10 guns, 5 AKs, 4 Glocks, 3, because plus we're going into the valley like next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get him who moves 6 ounces a day on coke crack. I'm trying to get him strips of ounces a day, but like I found out that this is that, and you know what I'm saying? If I was, we found out that what that when I was taking care of in my house, is a rat, and if she would get back out on the street, exposed, and die, get killed. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm losing. I understand. I know I can't get out of this man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's bad.
Delonte recounts the gruesome details of this nightmare like it's just another day.
So yesterday was Tuesday, so she probably got there like Monday or something.
Yeah, Monday she was kicking it, cool, calm, collected, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Eating, lying to me. Like, dude, like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's how that went down, bro. No, I apologize, bro.
Okay.
But I just think she die out here in these streets with all of with these crackheads. Because this is serious. This die. I keep on telling them, like, I need to talk to a corporal. Put me in a room by myself. Like the way y'all play, like it was 50 cars in front of my house. I don't think the streets talk. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, so like, I'm done, bro.
He's still mad that they.
Why do so many homes in the U.S. need a flooring replacement?
Hot, so
the number one reason is not about planning.
What made hey, bro? What made your house so hot was you kidnapping a 60-year-old woman and stuffing her into a tote. That's what made your house so hot. That's what.
I'm doing it, and I feel like my life is in danger. Bro. People have tried to kill me 3 times already. You feel me? I've been shot in my. I don't need my underarm, blood, all type of weird. This is crazy. I felt like I was gonna die if I didn't hold her for like 2 days and tell her like let her know what was going on. Go kill her, bitch. She would have been dead. Long story short, I wanted to kill her. She would have been dead.
Would you mind walking me through again? I know it's a little tough right now, and it's bad time, but like everything that went through, like the time where you were together, like what happened during those days.
I just punched on her, slapped on her, till her, punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, moved her from the basement to another room, fed her, showered her, There was some water. Put a blanket over her. I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, that's fine.
Was I raping her? No.
Okay.
Is that what you about to ask me?
No,
No,
like, were you giving her drugs and stuff like that?
why would I give her my drugs? Why would I do that?
Man. I didn't know that.
No.
Alright. So at any point was she asking to leave, different things like that?
She has nowhere to go.
Okay.
She has nowhere to go. All she was just asking was why. Stop, I won't do it again. I'll never tell, Blast, please. I'll never tell. I know I deserve this, but I'll never tell. Like, that's a culture in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Show them I got 4 beautiful kids.
Okay. So during this time when the traffic stop occurs and she goes on her way, was there anybody that ever said, like, besides, like, if she was doing anything that, like, yeah, she told?
Why didn't they ask if he had sexually assaulted? I think she said no to that question, that she was stabbed or whatever, but it's kind of, he did everything else to her. And then, what, you going to ask me if there was some raping going on? Yeah, I'll go ahead and ask the question. Did you rape her? You know, like, they didn't ask the question, so I don't, you know, it's like, how can you, and then he's got 4 kids, you know, I got 4 beautiful kids, and then he's just so damn confident. His confidence is just out of proportion, really, with, he's still trying to use the gifts, and then the way he did get a fucking deal, 16 years for this shit, you know, like, I don't even know what the fuck people were listening to. Fucking 16 years, he'll get out when he's 47, so he'll still have another 30 more years to live after he gets out.
No, I thought it was somebody else until I did my homework.
Okay. So this is all you transpiring, doing everything, doing all your own stuff in your head, and like, hey.
Listen to the detectives, and we all got out the car, the detectives like, you can go, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. You ain't get searched. It's crap about $20 worth of dope in the car is skill, and you didn't even get searched.
Yeah.
No, get your bag. Get your bag.
You're helping her out.
Don't forget your bag. Go ahead, go. Thank you.
Delonte mocks police and then tries to cut a deal to dodge the charges.
For real, I like that. I see it on TV, I'm excited. I'm so slick, right? I'm slicker than this shit. Y'all, man, I almost got away. Y'all motherfuckers, those cops horrible, boy. I'm slick, boy. I ain't trying to brag nor boast. Not trying to brag nor boast, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm help y'all out. Flat out, but I can't sit in this one. I get keys and guns. You gonna see it in my phone. I know everybody big. That's what I know. I know I'm in trouble right now. With this can happen after I make those busts for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The judge will understand that. She should understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, I need to go home.
But home is the last place this...
Yeah, he will eventually go home. Like, and then he's saying that he's going to help the police get some more bust. And then they dropped the murder charge because the woman wasn't murdered, but there's, you know, the heinousness of it. I don't see a jury not putting him behind bars for life. So it's actually quite incredible that the guy was able to fucking, Jesus Christ. This is so nuts. Just seeing a person folded up into, this kind of reminded me of that one case where the woman had zipped her boyfriend up in a suitcase, you know, like we all just playing or having fun. No, I was just kind of being an asshole to him and yelling at him, and then I thought it was fun to do it, and then I, you know, passed out and woke up, and he was dead. She put him in a suitcase. You can't fold people up and put them in tiny little spots, you know, unless you're fucking sick in the head. Oh, yeah.